Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Once again, coming at you with another lesson. And Lord's will, it will be edifying to the Lord's elect. And I want to entitle this video, Kim Kardashian, Celebrities Pushing the Motb. And the Motb, I'm talking about the mark of the beast, which is a major prophecy that is about to happen. As we know, all the prophecies have to come in the order that the Lord has set up. And the Motb is going to happen before World War III goes full blast. The Motb is going to come out and become made mandatory, which they have the RFID C-hip, the thing that they want to put in your hand, and then they have the brain C-hip, like Neuralink, that they want to be able to put in your head. Elon Musk has already came out and said he wants to get this thing, that Neuralink, put in millions of people's brains. Now, in the news, Kim Kardashian, which the Kardashians, that's a household name, and Kim Kardashian is probably the most famous one. Anything these Kardashians put their name on, whether it's perfume or makeup, it sells like crazy because people, they follow celebrities. These celebrities have a lot of sway in what people think and what people do. Now, we've been saying for years that these celebrities, they're going to be pushing the Motb. Actors, whoever they are, people, sports figures, this thing is going to be made mandatory ultimately, but it's going to start out, people are going to be saying, celebrities like Kim Kardashian's, they're going to be saying, hey, you should get it, it's good. Now, the reason she's in the news is because on her TV show, a doctor did a scan on her head and said she had some holes in her brain, and she's working on passing the bar exam to become an attorney. People are suspecting that some kind of deal was going to be made with her and Elon Musk to push the brain C-hip, and how she can get this thing and now she can pass the bar. See, this is the kind of thing that will have the masses interested and focused in on this thing. And they have many ways that this thing is going to be pushed. Because, hey, this is a major prophecy. As scriptures say, that this prophecy of the Motb is going to be made mandatory and it's going to go across the whole entire world. Now, I'm going to play this first video clip, and then I want to get an article and get some scriptures. Let me roll it.
Every move a Kardashian makes is manufactured for the masses. Like, let's be real, people. They've had over a decade of practice on how to create a narrative and push it on to the public. Recently, Kim Kardashian has gone viral for a brain scam that showed low activity, which has now ignited a bunch of conspiracies. Will Kim be getting a Neuralink? Will she be coming out with supplements? Let's talk about it. So a lot of people feel like this scene was included in the show because Kim may be a Neuralink ambassador someday. Could you imagine? A Neuralink is something created by Elon Musk. So Kim spoke to this doctor, Dr. Daniel, and she learned that her initial scans showed low activity in parts of her brain. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I could have told you that.
Dr. Amen does these brain scans to see how your brain health is really looking. What are those holes?
Yeah, I don't like that. So what the holes mean is low activity. The front part of your brain is less active than it should be. With the frontal lobes, as they work.
Like, she looks like she has the low activity happening right now.
Not accepting.
It could be the chronic stress that you've been under trying to think about taking the boards in a couple of months and studying 10 hours a day. But we have to make it better.
I got to get on a plan to really figure this out because I have some shit to do this summer.
In all seriousness, that is scary news to hear because who really knows what that means? I mean, I would hate to see what's going on up here. Throwback to Tyler Oakley, he wrote out on Twitter, "Is Kim laying the groundwork for a Neuralink deal?" Someone else said that my money is on her using this to set the stage for getting a Neuralink, telling everyone how much better she is, and then immediately passing the bar to prove it works. I don't know how a Neuralink works. If you get that put into your brain, though, I feel like it's cheating, right? Can't you just Google within your brain what the answer would be? Somebody else tweeted, "I think this is the most sane theory I've heard this year. Seriously." Another person writes that Kim is going to suddenly pass the bar and become an attorney, but she will give credit to Elon's Neuralink device for her success. This is why she's using her platform to show herself crying about not being able to pass. She knew that even if people celebrated her loss, the TikTok of her crying about failing would gain attention and spread. This paired with headlines that Kim K has low brain activity, which people agreed with her on by saying things like, "We can tell." So now when she inevitably passes the bar and sings Elon's praises, people will genuinely believe that this product is effective because they believed that Kim was dumb. She's not dumb, she's smart, and she knows that y'all are dumb because you think she's dumb. She can use that to her advantage and manipulate you. I think Kim is going to go failed bar exam, low brain activity, Neuralink, pass bar exam, ads for Neuralink, and normalization of Neuralink. I also think it's imperative that we bully Neuralink into non-existence. I would not want a chip in my mind. I don't even want the thing that's in your hand. Comment below how you guys feel about that.
So there you have it. It's in the news. It's in articles all over the place. Like I said, these Kardashians with their show is very famous, household name. And you can see how they could link this thing to her passing the bar. And these simpletons, they going to go for it. We know a lot of people is going to go for it because people don't have no faith. People don't even understand the seriousness of it. And they don't even understand not to take this thing. They see some celebrities getting it and they can show something positive about it. This is the kind of thing that'll get the masses involved and make them want to get this thing. But like I say, ultimately, that's just the beginning of what's going to happen with this Motb. This thing is going to be made mandatory, okay? Just like they did with that jab or that juice that everybody was taking all over the entire world. It started out, you can just get it if you want and all of this, and then they started making it mandatory with different people's jobs. So this thing is going to happen. The Motb is going to happen and be made mandatory. This is a prophecy of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Now, I want to get this article. This thing is about to come out because, World War III, as we know, we got the wars and we got the rumors of wars. We got wars and rumors of wars. Motb is going to happen first before they launch those missiles. Before those nukes is launched, the Motb has to come to pass first. Now, this is from the Daily Mail. It says, Kim Kardashian is secretly pushing brain C-hip implants on unsuspecting Americans, conspiracy theorists claim. It says, Kim Kardashian recently opened up the world about holes in her brain, but her terrifying ordeal has the internet sparking up new theories that the star is in the works to begin selling brain C-hips. It says, Kardashian, 45, was accused by conspiracy theorists of setting up a deal with Tesla billionaire Elon Musk to promote Neuralink brain C-hip implant after she was revealed to have holes in her brain. It says the rebooted 7th season of the Kardashian reality TV show. It says the star celebrity psychologist Dr. Daniel Amen told her the initial scans determined low activity in parts of her brain. And that's what they do with these celebrities. They create these stories and get everybody going and thinking about it, and to cause everybody to want to be, get interested in what they have. And that's what these Kardashians and other celebrities have done with their brand and with their name. Whether they, like I said, selling colognes or whatever they're selling, people just buy it because of who they are. But like I said, ultimately, it's going to be made mandatory. I'm going to read a little bit more. It says Kardashian said on the show that it says that it just can't be not accepting, and that she had to get on a plan to really figure this out and have as to do this summer. It says, following the news of what Eamon described as holes in her frontal lobe, which he ascribed as being likely caused by chronic stress, she encouraged viewers to tune in to the reality show. And that's how they do it. These simpletons, they're gonna be sucked into this thing, and a lot of people gonna take this thing. A lot of people don't even know what's going on. They're gonna take these devices, they're gonna get it in their hand or in their head. Because like I said, Elon Musk, he already plans on going full production, full blast this year, 2026. He wants to ramp up the manufacturing of that C-hip. And by the way, he's already put this thing is already being put in people's brains. And over there in Sweden, they C-hipping people up left and right. Over there in Sweden, they're using the C-hip to actually buy and purchase things. Like we've been saying, it says Kardashian, who has notably been looking to pass the California bar exam, told Good Morning America that everything works out. But the star who has previously endorsed and promoted numerous health and wellness products, including the non-FDA approved drugs and controversial full body MRI scans, came under fire on the internet. It says Kim Kardashian is about to attempt to sell us on the most sinister end of the spectrum brain C-hips Neuralink, at least sinister, some sort of ashwagandha gummy. All this, I'm so stupid my brain don't work good. Me can pass no bar and roll out. I can't be food, one user wrote on X. So like we've been saying, these celebrities, it's going to start out with celebrities like Kim Kardashian and different celebrities and people in sports. However they're going to do this thing to get this thing rolling. But hey, it's about to happen because they're getting ready to crash this system. I'm going to read a little bit more. It says, okay, hear me out. Showing this combined with failing the bar is all a part of the plan. Kardashians are masters at this, another wrote. My money is on her using this to set the stage for getting Neuralink, telling everyone how much better she is, and she immediately passing the bar to prove it works. I think Kim Kardashian is going to go fail bar exam, low brain activity, Neuralink pass bar exam, ads for Neuralink normalization of Neuralink, one user wrote. This is going down. The prophecy says the Motb is going to come out and be made mandatory. And that's pretty much it on that. I could read a little bit more. I have another article here. I'll put it in the, Lord's will, I'll put it in the description box. But hey, this is going to happen. This is already happening. The technology is here. The Neuralink, the brain C-hip, the RFID C-hip, to be able to buy or sell. This is reality. This thing is out. And like I said, all of these simpletons out here and these people that don't have no faith or don't know what's going on, they're going to go ahead and get lined up and take that thing. In which the scriptures say, hey, the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he going to destroy you. A lot of people are going to get destroyed for taking that thing. See, you're going to be burnt up in that fire and brimstone. coming from those nukes that's finna be launched. While everybody, hey, if you're of the elect, you're not going to take that thing. And you're going to be delivered. You're going to be saved up out of here. Now, from there, I want to start out. I'm going to get this word transhumanism, because that's how these devils think. They always want to merge man with machine, and they're already doing this. Transhumanism is a philosophical, intellectual, and occasionally pseudo-scientific and propagandistic movement that advocates enhancement of human condition by developing and making widely available new and future technologies that can greatly enhance longevity, cognition, and well-being. And that's where this thing is heading. These devils, they believe in this thing. See, the Lord got these devils on this. They didn't come out with these technologies on their own. This is all part of biblical prophecy. This thing has to happen because it's the prophecy and it's the will of the Lord. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now from there, let's start out here in the book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 12 and verse 16. This is the book of Job, chapter 12 and verse 16. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. And Lord, he's got people set up, whether they be false prophets and teachers or whether they be celebrities. The deceived and the deceiver are his. The Lord set them up to be a deceiver, to tell you, hey, it's good, you should get it, and how great it is. And people will get sucked into taking it because a celebrity said it was great. A celebrity said it was good. See? And other people following these false teachers and false prophets, they're going to get sucked in too. See? The deceived and the deceiver are his. The Lord set them up. So if you get deceived by one of these people, whether it's a celebrity or one of these false prophets, the Lord set them up to get you deceived. Because, if you're the elect, as the scriptures say, if it were possible, they could deceive the very elect. But the point is that it's not possible. The elect will not be deceived. Now from there, let's get this in Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 15. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 15. It says, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So a lot of people, they basically simpletons. They just following along what everybody says or whatever. They're not doing no research. They're not looking into this thing. They definitely not following the prophets. They're not listening to the word coming from the mouths of the prophets whom the Lord has set up. See, we're telling you point blank, period. Do not take this thing. Do not take these things. See, anybody who takes these devices, the Lord is going to destroy you. See? But the prudent man looketh well to his going. If you should be prudent in this thing. And one way to be prudent is to be following the prophets of the Lord, the true prophets, understanding what's going on, understanding that this major prophecy is going to come out and hit and go across the whole entire world. And it's going to be big decision time at that point. The ones that take it is going to be destroyed. The ones that don't take it, the elect, they're going to be delivered. Now from there, let's get this in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 27. Proverbs chapter 27 and 12. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. The prudent man foreseeth the evil. So the ones who know, they know. The elect is going to know. Nope, not taking that thing. They already know because it's evil. It's going to end up being to a person's destruction. They finna be destroyed if they take it. It says, and hide of himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. The simple are going to be looking at the Kardashians and the Kims and all of these different celebrities. They're going to think they're going to follow along just like simpletons, blind robots, and do what everybody else is doing and get destroyed at the end of this thing. See? Now from there, let's get this. This is the book of 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So all of these tricks and schemes, we know he's going to use these celebrities and these different sports figures and people who are quote unquote household names and people who could sway the masses. And he's going to use these people. And they are already set up. They're going to do basically what they're told. If they're set, if they say, hey, you need to push this product or push that, they're going to do it. Whoever their handlers are. And people going to go for it. A lot of people going to go for it because they get mesmerized by these so-called celebrities, these icons. See, you should only be focused on the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's the point. If you focus on the world, you're gonna take that thing because you're of the world. But hey, if you're the elect, you're not gonna take that thing. You're gonna be focused on the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We're gonna be calling on the names. See, we teach the proper names of the Lord Yahweh and his son Yahushai. Those are the true names, Yahweh and Yahushai. Those that call on the name of the Lord, the same shall be saved. A lot of people don't even know the names. They're going to be calling on anything and everything other than the true names of the Lord and his son Yahushai. See, the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushai. That's going to be very, very critical, especially now. Especially now we see everything ramping up. The wars and rumors of wars is going on full blast. It's happening. It's happening now. So we in that time. The Motb is soon to come out. Now from there, let's get this. Let's get this Proverbs. I believe I read something similar, but Proverbs 14 and 15. But I'll read it in the NLT. It says, only simpletons believe everything they're told. But that's the masses. That's the people who don't know what's going on. That's the people who's focused on what's going on in the world instead of focused on the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. A lot of these 2/3 jakes, they're gonna go for it. They're not gonna believe in what the prophets is teaching. In which the Lord, he gives us the words to teach and to preach. And we're telling you through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, do not take the Motb. This is a warning from the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And you're going to have to be built up in this thing. You're not going to just come on the scene and just have faith, lest you're of the elect. See, it says, only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. And that's how you should be. You need to be prudent in this thing. This is a very, very serious time in history. Jacob's trouble is going to be a time on earth that there's never been, and it's already started. Jacob's trouble has already started. People are already getting their doors kicked in, dragged out, thrown into camps, getting deported. All of these things are happening now. Things is ramping up. And it's going to get way, way worse before our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, comes. Now from there, let's get this. Because like I said, you got to get built up into this thing. A lot of people are not going to be ready. This is the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 17. Romans chapter 10 and verse 17. It says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. See, you get built up by hearing this word over and over and over. You say, well, you've been teaching about the Motb. You've been teaching about it for years. Of course, as we should, as we're commanded to do. This is a major, major prophecy. A lot of people getting ready to get deleted out here. It's going to be a lot of death. A lot of people going to be, hey, it's going to get crazy out here. It's not going to be good for most people. As the scriptures say, many great miseries are set to come for these simpletons out here, these people who don't know what's going on, the ones that don't want to listen to the word, don't want to hear the prophets. Those are the ones that's going to get got out here. See, it says, I'm going to get it in the GNT. It says Romans 10:17 in the GNT. It says, so then faith comes from hearing the message. And that's what we do. We constantly push the message, specifically the Motb. We're going to keep pushing the message. See, people's faith is being built up. It says, so then faith comes from hearing the message, and the message comes through preaching Hamashiach. So, hey, we're going to continue to preach this gospel. We're going to continue to preach the word of the Lord. And those of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the Israelites. The Lord has an elect that he has chosen before the foundation of the world to hear this truth and be sealed. See, it's going to resonate with the elect. It's not for all of our people. All of our people are not going to get this thing. They're not going to get it. They're going to have to come back in the kingdom. See, in the kingdom through the loins of the elect. That's how they'll come back. But hey, a lot of them, they're not going to make it. 2/3 of our people right here in Babylon the Great are not going to make it. Only 1/3 is going to come up out of here. And the rest of the remnant or the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, hey, the elect is going to be delivered up out of here. So it's finna get real crazy real fast. A lot is already happening right now. Too many things to mention. The Lord is moving fast. You thought 2025 was fast. 2026, hey, hold on. This could be the year. Now from there, let's get this in the book of Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. And verse 3. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that read of it. And that's what we do. We break down these prophecies through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We make it simple. We make it plain. We make it so that you can understand it. No sense in speaking complications. We're telling you the Motb is the RFID hip and the brain C hip. Those devices, those things that they want to put in you, that's the Motb. That's the mark of the beast. And we're telling you through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, do not take these things. See? If you take it, you'll be destroyed by the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, for the vision, verse 3, for the vision or the prophecies is yet for an appointed time. So all the prophecies are going to hit in the order in which the Lord has set up. They are not going to go out of order. See? So the Motb is going to come out and be made mandatory before World War III go full blast. Before World War III, before those missiles are launched. The Motb is got to come out. So we very, very close. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's going to be on you just like that. 1 minute you're hearing these lessons and you're hearing about the Motb, and another minute is out. The Lord is moving fast. And a lot of people are not going to be ready for it. I always say, if you confused when the Motb comes out or whether you should take it or not, you're probably going to take it. You can't be confused in this thing. You got to be sure. You got to already know. You got to be locked in. That's all we teach these lessons and these prophecies, these major prophecies over and over, because these are the things that's going to be very critical. These are the things that you're going to need to know in the times that we're living in. A lot of people know that this world is going crazy and that everything is happening. People can sense, hey, that this thing is the Lord is getting ready to make some major moves. He's already began, but it's finna get way worse. See? Now from there, let's get the prophecy in the book of Revelation. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. That he is talking about these wicked elites, the ones that's ruling the world. See, this is a major prophecy, and it's set to happen. These devils ultimately want total control over the people. And the one way of doing that is to get everybody marked or C-hipped to where they're controlling everything. What you can buy, when you can buy, how much you can buy. See? Controlling everything. They can turn it on, turn it off, limit what you can do, know where you at, know exactly what you buying. Hey, these devils, hey, they want to be like the Most High. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And that word mark is charagma in the Greek. And it's an imprinted mark. It's something that they want to put inside you. It says, and in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we just talked about that. That RFID chip is just like the technology that's in your credit cards or in your debit cards. People are just going to basically tap their hands, and we get videos on this. People already got these C-hips in their hands using it to buy things. So this is already happening. This is not a theory. This is not make-believe. This is facts. People are already using these devices. It's already in people's brains. It's already in people's hands. People are already using it. See? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell. See, as we know, hey, you can use your bank cards and you can use your phone, tap to pay. Well, they want to get all this technology inside of you through that brain C-hip or that RFID C-hip. It says that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark or the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name. A lot of people are going to get this thing. It's going to be a very serious time in history. And like I said, if you confused, you're going to take it. You got to already be locked in. And that's how we do these lessons. You're not going to be able to say you didn't know. You will not have any cloak for your sin. You're not going to be able to say, Lord, I didn't know. Hey, the Lord, hey, he has a men out here. We're out here preaching and teaching on the highways and byways all over the entire world. And he's got the internet pushing. The internet is pushing his word hot and heavy all over the entire world. Now from there, let's close out in the book of Revelation, chapter 14. And this is what's going to happen to the people who take this thing. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. A lot of people finna receive that righteous anger from the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and it's going to be brutal. It's going to be terrible. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. I'm just going to take it, and then I'm just going to be burnt up. And no, the Lord going to be tormenting people in his fire. And if anyone has the power to do that, it's the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We don't want to have nothing to do with that. We don't want to know about it. See, Lord's will, the Spirit is on us. We're not going to take that thing. It says, he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So there's going to be a lot of people is going to be getting burnt up in the presence of the angels, the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lord Yahushua. It says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So nothing good is coming from the people who take the Motb. That's why we push this thing. That's why we continue to preach this thing. The Spirit is on us to continue to preach about the Motb, which is the major prophecy. Major prophecy. And they're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to have the celebrities going, the Kardashians and different celebrities, actors and singers and sports people. See, they're going to start it out like that, but then it's going to be made mandatory. See, where they're going to be putting people, locking people up. People are going to be beheaded. The scriptures talk about this for keeping the testimony of Yahushua, for not taking that thing. People, hey, if you're the elect, you're not going to take it. But as the scripture says, the dead in the Mashiach, or the dead in the Lord, Yahushua, is going to be risen first. So if you're the elect, you can't lose in this thing. See, you can't lose. The elect is sealed, chosen before the foundation of the world. No matter what happens, the elect is going to end up on that chariot, whom Yahushua is coming in, whom people ignorantly call UFOs. He's coming in a huge chariot, as the scriptures say, every eye shall see him. How else are you going to see him? He's coming back in that huge chariot, and he's going to have the host of angels, an innumerable amount of smaller chariots, who the angels are in those chariots, those UFOs, what people call UFOs, and they're going to be blinking in the skies, and they're going to be going all around the four corners of the world, beaming up the elect. This is what's about to happen. So we in that time. We in that time where the Lord's prophecies are coming to pass. As we say, they're popping like popcorn. 2026 is already on blast. And with that, I hope that you were edified by this lesson. This has been Kim Kardashian, Celebrities Pushing the Motb. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.